The next few questions are about kitchen storage. So, what is the best way to store items that are too tall for your kitchen cabinets? I do not have an existing pantry. I usually keep these items to the right side of my stove for quick usage. I really don't want to decant liquids. Okay, I don't want you to decant liquids either. I actually think decanting is mostly a waste of time. So, controversial professional organizer opinion here, decanting stuff is a total waste of time. This is why, because sometimes, well, first off, you're bringing all of this plastic into your house. So, or sometimes it's glass, but usually it's plastic. So you bring all this plastic into your house, and let's say you have a cereal box decanter, right? So you have like a plastic thing for your cereal. Well, one day you get I don't eat cereal, so my numbers are going to be off here, but one day you get the extra large box of cereal instead of the regular size box of cereal. And you go to decant, which means to pour the cereal from the box into the other container. You go to decant it and it doesn't all fit. So now you have the decanter full of cereal and you have the box of cereal. You have double the amount of things to store. Or you all of a sudden decide that you're going to change your eating habits and you're never eating flour ever again. So you move to almond flour. So you have a decanter for your flour, which you're keeping on hand just in case. But then you also need a decanter for your almond flour and you need to label it perfectly so that you know which one is almond flour and which one is regular flour. Although that's actually probably pretty easy to figure out, but you know what I mean. Decanting stuff makes no sense unless you literally purchase the same exact stuff every single time that you go to the store indefinitely. And that does not happen because we love a good sale. And anytime we have the opportunity to buy more for less, we tend to do that. So then we come home, we've purchased more than we have decanters for, and we're storing the decanted stuff and the regular stuff. It just makes no sense. Unpopular professional organizer opinion. Now, if you are storing items on your counter because you don't have room for them in your cabinet, you have two options. Number one, I think that's totally okay as long as you still have functional counter space. The problem is when we start to use our functional space, so counter space in your kitchen is functional for the most part. The function is to be able, the function of a counter in a kitchen is to be able to prepare food for yourself and your family and your friends. But to be it's preparation. That is the function of having a counter space. When we start to give a lot of our functional space over to storage space, this is okay. I mean, obviously, some small amount of counter space is going to be storage space, but is it infringing on your ability to cook? Do you still have space to use your counter functionally? If you do, then that's great. You can keep your stuff out on your countertop next to the stove for easy access when you're cooking. If you don't have enough counter space, then you need to think about how can I change things around so that my storage space is actually useful for the life that I'm living. When you have these items, and I'm assuming that we're talking about, because there's no picture here, but I'm assuming we're talking about like olive oils and vinegars and things like that that maybe tend to come in tall jars, which might not fit into your cabinets, but would be something that you would need to grab for easy access when you're cooking. Can you simply switch brands and buy them in shorter containers? Sometimes we have to shop for the storage that we have. So if in your kitchen you only have short storage, that might mean seeking out those products that come in smaller jars. There is definitely olive oils that come in smaller jars and vinegars that come in smaller jars and other cooking things that come in smaller containers that would fit in your storage to maximize your storage and then maximize your functional space in the kitchen. So, two options. Number one, leave it as it is. It's totally okay as long as you have functional space, countertop space. Option number two, buy for the storage that you have. Buy something that actually fits into your storage. That is really organizing 101. Live within the space that you have. Like, fit the stuff that you have to the space that you have. Reduce a collection until you're living within that space that you have, et cetera, et cetera. The second question, and this is going to be a very similar answer. How do you store your kitchen electronics, such as microwave, kettle, stand mixer, coffee machines, in an apartment? I have an IKEA kitchen rolling cart, but it's 50-50 in terms of working for me. I'm about to be gifted a double air fryer, and that thing is huge. Okay, you're going to hate my answer. If you don't have space in your kitchen for the items that you want, you need to live within the space that you have. If you have no space for a double air fryer, then you don't need a double air fryer. You need functional space in your kitchen more than you need a double air fryer. Here's a little note. An air fryer is just a convection oven. Most of us have convection ovens. Our oven, well, it's a small convection oven. Our ovens can also be convection ovens. There's no, I mean, I know air fryers are trendy and all of that, but there is nothing that you can do with an air fryer that you can't also do with your oven. So, do you really need a double air fryer if you have no space on your kitchen counters for cooking? So, if your appliances are taking up so much space that it's hard to actually cook and use your appliances, it's probably time to reduce the appliances that you have. So just listing from this list here, you have a microwave, a kettle, a stand mixer, a coffee machine, etc. What of those things can you let go of? Like, which ones can you let go of? A kettle, you can probably use a stovetop. A stand mixer, you can use a hand mixer. I think most of us have stand mixers and hand mixers. Unless you're baking all the time and you use your stand mixer every single day. I am personally 50-50 on stand mixers. I don't know that they're necessary in our homes. As somebody who cooks and bakes a ton, which I do, I hesitate to drag out my stand mixer because it's so heavy. And often I consider letting go of the stand mixer. I have not yet. It's made the cut for the last 18 years. But if I ever get to the point where I do not have storage space for that stand mixer, it is going. It is always on the chopping block. So and it's just squeaking by. I'm not sure that it's necessary. I know it's not necessary. I know it's not necessary. Uh, um, I'm not sure it's worth the space that it takes up. So again, you're hearing all of the unpopular opinions here on today's Ask a Clutter Boss. Coffee machine, yeah, nope, you totally need that. But you need one coffee machine. And actually, you don't totally need that. You could do pour over coffee. There's other ways that you can make coffee. So just really think about are my appliances taking up so much space on my counter that I can't actually cook? If they are, then why do I have the appliances? Because if you have no space for the function of cooking, then those appliances are doing you no good. All right. This has been a little bit of a longer episode than usual, but it's been fun chatting through these questions. If you have any questions for next week, you can leave them in the comments here. You can put them into our Facebook group. Just a friendly reminder, we do have a free Facebook community. It's all clutter. Seek it out. It is a great spot to start working in a community that understands what you're going through, is completely judgment free, and actually wants to see you succeed. So join our free Facebook community if you want to get started really with the skills that you need to start tackling your clutter. Get into boot camp. Clutter boot camp is going on right now. Today is day 2. You can still join, see yesterday's presentation, and be involved for the rest of the week. We'll pop the link for that into the comments. And otherwise, every time that you like, comment, and share on our videos, it truly helps our small business. So it is deeply, deeply, deeply appreciated. Remember, you are a clutter boss, and it is time to prioritize your sanity. I will see you same time, same place next week. Thank you.